Praise be Jesus Christ, now and forever. It's time again to introduce you, if you don't already know him, to a giant of the modern church, not yet a canonized saint, but we pray he will be, but already well on the path as he's a servant of God. He's the great Hungarian witness to truth and justice, Cardinal Joseph Mindszenty. If you watch the Nuggets regularly, you will have seen his picture over my right shoulder. I'm lucky enough also to have a signed photograph of the great man, providentially found in his biography, bought in a second-hand bookshop. I'm also blessed to have a very small relic, a piece of his clothing, given to me by a dear friend and devotee of the Cardinal, which has already helped the suffering of one sick person. So in getting to know Cardinal Joseph Mindszenty, I'd encourage you to pray to him, asking him for any special miracles you need, especially miracles of healing. Mindszenty's life spanned the most extraordinary and awful time, we might say, in human history. Born in 1892 and dying in 1975, he saw and experienced the horrors of World War I, then the tragic breakup of the great nation of Hungary at the Treaty of Trianon, the removal of the rightful king, who was also a blessed of the church, and soon, please God, a saint, Blessed Karl, the last Austro-Hungarian emperor. Then Mindszenty, as priest and bishop and prince primate of Hungary, had to live through the destruction of World War II, and finally the foul persecution and oppression of the communist takeover in Hungary and most of Central and Eastern Europe. Sadly, he did not live to see the fall of the evil empire of communism in 1989, which he had fought against for so long. Cardinal Mindszenty, a nobleman by birth, but a noble man by virtue of his Christianity, fought against both the fascist and communist regimes, always defending his people's God-given freedom and liberty. When he was made a cardinal by Pope Pius XII in 1946, he was told by the Pope that of all the newly created cardinals, he would be the first to suffer martyrdom, symbolized, Pope Pius said, by the red colour of the cardinal's robes. Mindszenty was arrested by the communist government in Hungary in 1948, brutally tortured, and forced into a false confession of fake crimes. Imprisoned for 7 years, the cardinal was only freed in the few heady days of the Hungarian uprising in 1956. When the Soviets invaded to crush the rebellion, Cardinal Mindszenty had to find refuge in the US Embassy in Budapest, where he had to live, unable to leave, until his exile in 1971. Shabbily treated by the Church, this great hero of the faith, because of the failed Vatican policy of Ostpolitik, attempting to make peace with the communists, something only properly stopped when St. John Paul II became Pope in 1978, but unfortunately revived in recent years, the servant of God ministered to the Hungarian émigré communities as best he could, before dying, many say, as a result of his tortures in 1975, aged 83. Above his grave, in the cathedral church of Esztergom in Hungary, which is the see of the primate, are the following words in Latin: De victus vincit. Defeated, he is victorious, or he conquers. That's the sole and simple lesson of this week's Nugget, apart from introducing this great man and encouraging you to ask for his prayers. Defeated, he is victorious. Like his master on the cross, his suffering, his witness, his fidelity brought victory. He stayed faithful as Christian man, priest, bishop, cardinal, prisoner, and exile. Always faithful. Who remembers the names of those who imprisoned him, who tortured him, or prophesied the end of the church in Hungary? Hungary is now free, Christian, and remaining faithful to all the 1,000-year history of Christianity established by St. Stephen. Cardinal Joseph Mindszenty is a hero in Hungary and should be in the whole world. Brethren, rejoice, be perfected, be comforted, be of the same mind, be at peace, and the God of peace and love will be with you.